Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and I wanted to give a thank you to the guys over at Codemasters for inviting me out to check out Grid. Now, what we're going to be doing in this video as we are jumping into the game for the first time is we are going to be looking over the cars, the car list. I have been dying to see the car list in this game, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So what I'm going to do for that is we're going to head straight to Freeplay. And I'm going to be going through each class, so I'm not going to worry about the name of the race or the type of the discipline or anything like that. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through each class and each set of cars. The first one being touring cars. So I'm just going to pick a random track, and we'll start with the Ford Focus TC2. Moving on to the Volkswagen Golf GTI TCR and the Subaru WRX STI TC2, along with the Audi RS3 LMS, which is probably my favorite in this class, along with the GTI TCR. Honestly, the GTI TCR is probably my favorite one in this class. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to head back and switch to stock cars. Stock cars are quite cool. The stock car class has a lot in it. So we've got the Grid Edition Chevrolet Camaro SSX Concept, the Grid Edition Pontiac Firebird Modified, the Chevrolet Camaro Z28 Modified, the Pontiac Firebird Modified, the Plymouth Cuda AAR Modified. These cars are so cool. The Mustang Mach 1 Modified, the Camaro SSX Concept, and the Dodge Challenger SRT Modified. So now we're going to go ahead and head back out and go to Tuner class, which again, there's so much craziness in here. There's so much crazy stuff. As a matter of fact, I think we're probably, we missed some classes. So we started with TC2. Now we got to go to Super Tourers. So Super Tourers involves not much. The Holden ZB Commodore Supercar, the Ford Falcon FGX Supercar, and the Camaro Super Tourer. Now, for more touring cars, we have to go to the TC1 Specials, which puts us into stuff like the BMW M1 Turbo Group 5, the Ford Capri Turbo Group 5, which is crazy, and the Porsche 935/78 Group 5 Moby Dick. So now we got to go back, and since we've done everything in touring cars, we're going to move over to stock cars. We started with muscle. Now we're going to go to Pro Trucks. Pro Trucks, really, there's only one, and it's the Dumont Type 37. So backing back out of that, we're going to go to Oval Stocks. Now, Oval Stocks, we have the Jupiter San Marino Oval Stock. So, again, that's about all that we have access to. Now, moving on into tuner cars, we're going to start in Modified Class. Modified Class gives us the S2000, the Datsun 240Z, the Skyline 2000 GTR, the 300ZX, and the Subaru BRZ. I'm kind of digging that Liqui Moly livery on there as well. Now, moving back over to Super Modified Class, we have the Grid Edition Mitsubishi Evo 6 Time Attack, which is very cool. Civic FD2, I love these Time Attack style cars. Mazda RX-7 Pan Speed, Auto Gallery Nissan Skyline R32, the, Tomai Cusco WRX, all sorts of crazy cars. Time Attack Evo 6. So much cool stuff. So much cool stuff. But I'll tell you, I think my favorite out of this lineup is the Pan Speed RX-7. So beautiful. Now, backing up into World Time Attack class. World Time Attack stuff is crazy anyway. The arrow here is ridiculous, but that is going to move us on into the Evo 9 Time Attack, the MCA Hammerhead S13, which this car, let me see if it'll show it. This car set some insane time attack records. We also have the Time Attack Spec S15, which that car is ridiculous. The Mighty Mouse CRX and the R8 1-to-1. All sorts of crazy cars here. Now, backing up, we've gone through everything in tuner class. Now moving over to GT. We have GT Group 2, GT Group 1, and Prototype. So we'll start with GT Group 2. GT Group 2 features the Grid Edition Aston Martin Vantage GT4, the Ford Mustang GT4, the 350Z GR2, the Camaro GT4R, the Vantage GT4, the 997 GT4, and that's it. All right, so we'll go back and let's see. Now, also, looking over these options real quick, we do have a few different options in here, which, again, we'll mess with a little bit later when we go into some races. But moving on into GT Group 1, we have the C7R, We also have the Vantage GTE. Oh, wait, we're still on the C7R. Moving over to the Vantage GTE, we have that as well, along with the C7R again, the SRT Viper GTS-R, which is a crazy gorgeous race car, the Ford GT GTE, and the 911 RSR, which I love, as well as the 488 GTE. So moving on now into Prototype. Prototype is going to be very interesting because we have the Acura DPI and the Cadillac DPI VR. I love these Cadillac prototypes. They're so cool looking. And then we move on to Invitational. So we've got Classic Mini Cup, Classic Touring Car, Classic GT, Classic Ferrari Cup, F1000, Heritage Super Tours, Historic GT, Group 7 Specials, Renault, and Renault R26. So moving all the way back, we're going to start with Classic Mini Cup, which gives us the Mini Melia Challenge. And then we move on to Classic Touring Car, in which we have the Grid Edition Alfa Romeo 155 TS, the Ford Sierra RS500 Cosworth, the Alfa Romeo 155 TS again, and the Volvo 850 Estate Touring Car, which is very, very cool, along with a E30 M3 Touring Car, which is definitely going to be a blast to drive, I'm sure. Moving on to Classic GT now, we have the Lancia Stratos, we have the Alpine A110 1800 Group 4, the 911 Carrera RSR 3-liter, and the 365 GTB 4. Now, again, moving on, we have a lot of classes in here. The Classic Ferrari Cup gives us access to the 512 BBLM, and we also have the Ferrari Cup itself, which gives us access to the F430 Challenge. Now, there's a lot of classes in here, so again, I'm trying to flip through them as I go along, and we have F1000, which F1000 gives us access to the Jedi F1000 spec, which is definitely very, very interesting. Power is quite low, but weight is also minuscule. Moving on again to the Heritage Super Tourers, we have the Ford Sierra RS500 Cosworth Group A and the R32 GTR Group A. And let's see, how many more do we have? Historic GT. Moving on into Historic GT, we have the GT40, which is an absolute legend, and we have the 330 P4, which is an absolute legend as well. And then moving on yet again to Group 7 Specials, that gives us the Porsche 917 as well as the McLaren M8D. These cars are, again, absolutely bonkers, and I cannot wait to drive them. Moving on again to Renault R26, that gives us, as you could assume, Grid Edition Renault R26 and Renault R26. Now, moving on yet again, we actually have no more classes left to move on to. So in these race options and in the event menu, you can actually switch between race, time attack, and that's about it. But again, that's just about all you need. You could change the name of the race. You've got actually quite a lot of options to do that with. We're not going to really, like I said, we're not really going to focus on these options too much. You can change the grid size, you can change the number of rounds, but to be honest, what we were here to do was look at the car list, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and the next video, I promise, will feature some driving. So if you guys enjoyed that look at the car list, let me know in the comments below what your favorite on that list was and what you are most excited to drive when Grid launches. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to click that like button, subscribe for more new content every single day. I post twice a day here on this channel. Turn those notifications on, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to y'all later. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that look at the car list of Grid. If you did, make sure to, again, click that like button and let me know which one was your favorite car in the comment section below. I have been having a blast with this game. This is a little bit of a look at the intro that I got to play right at the start, and as you can see, it is a very pretty game. They throw you right into the action in a C7R race car, a GTLM race car, which is very, very intense, but, again, really does a great job of setting the tone for the game and really does a great job of putting you straight into the driver's seat right off the bat. Now, again, with that being said, you will get a taste of the action straight out of, like, right from the get-go. And what I did first was I turned all the assists off, and I think I backed ABS down to about, I think, a 2 or a 3, and then everything else I turned all the way off. So, like, traction control, turned it all the way to a 0, stability control, turned it all the way to a 0, and then put the shifting on manual sequential. Now, in the future, I will be doing a little bit more of an in-depth video on, you know, how to set the game up and how everything feels when you set different settings to different things, and what exactly all those sliders, like the traction control sliders and the ABS sliders and the stability control sliders, actually do, and how much of an effect they have on the handling. But if you guys are ready for that, I know I am, then you are definitely going to be seeing quite a bit of it this weekend as of when I am posting this video. So hope you all enjoyed this one, and again, had a good look at the car list, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Peace out, people.